Not that old.
So we're gardening here, and I noticed a gunshot wound. That's the only way you can get that tight of a bend in a bumper.
It's that too thick, and then
all of a sudden I see this chunk of lead, and I'm like, no. But I mean, yeah, right there.
See how I like
spin it again. It goes wrong, wrong, wrong.
Perfect.
Perfect. Forensics.
CSI. You should get paid more.
Get paid more. Pay me more. But that is an interesting
I just don't know how
piece of history. Yeah, how did I end up with this on the floor? It hits. There's no way it like flips up. Well, maybe. I mean, if it's coming up kind of like, it's like a upward shot. I don't know if you can see it right, but see the little nipple in the center there? Like it's facing like about like that. So Gustavo's thinking, and I think he's right, it comes in, right? It ricochets off the ground and hits. And it might have gone up like that and landed in here somewhere. And somehow, while I'm rattling on it, it
fell out.
Man, it sure looks like lead. Sure sounds like lead.
It's a legit survivor.
It's survived since 1968 with most of its original parts.
Survived getting shot.
And also getting shot. Shit.
It's crazy.
It does. It cushion. Like you spin it and you're like, no, no, no.
It's like
right there.
Locking a door.
Yeah, like a key. Yeah, right there. And it's kind of where it kind of faces up. That's freaking weird. That's weird, man.
Weird Mustang shit.
Yeah, Mustangs. Why you gotta be so weird?
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.
That was extremely nerve-wracking to take that stuff off. You just don't know how it's gonna go, especially when you have these blind bolts. You're up in there and you have a long old extension to get past this guy. So you have to go way up in through there to get those bolts out of there. When you start loosening up and this piece starts to spin in here, you're screwed. You're just screwed. There's no good way to do it, but those came out really great. I don't know if that's a repair or if that's original. Some of the stuff when you get into these ultra rare vehicles, when they didn't make a lot of them, some of the stuff can be really crude. We got the fenders off and look at that. See where a cat had been climbing up on this thing every night? Jesus, it scratches all over. Here's something that's GT500 only. That would have some different spots on there. It would have had another one up here if it was a regular Mustang. So it appears to be original fender, but I needed to get in here to get this, and I need to, you know, redo that section. So that was one reason for taking the front clip off. The other reason is these couple of rust spots. The reason that it's rusted here and not here is because this is an overlap. So this overlaps this piece, and those two pieces coming together, those two pieces of metal coming together, when you weld on them, it really burns off all that, any kind of protection it had in there previously, and starts to rust pretty immediately. And see, we got the same going on over here. Everywhere where it overlapped or had multiple layers, it's Look at that, there's a big old crack. And then this hood pin was really hard to get on and off, and it's because it's cracked back there. This is a battery warmer that somebody put in there. He said the car came from far north, Canada. This is where he got it from. We got all our bolts. Some of them are not factory, so we have stuff like this and this both going into that upper Shelby piece. Could be factory, but I don't think they would do one nut this style and one nut this style. This one has a shoulder, this one doesn't. Different lengths. The fender ones look pretty correct, even though that one's kind of wiped out. We had on our pieces here, we had one up here and this one was missing. On the other side we had both. These are the ones that hold that Shelby front on. This washer's actually supposed to be on that bolt, but it was on this one. So it's not its first rodeo. I was missing a bolt here on the grill. I put that one back in and straightened up the grill some because it was kind of hit and kind of warped up. But we got that sucker off. We'll have to pull this one to do those two spots up there, but it doesn't appear to have any damage in the lower part like this one does. And like I said, we can get those couple of spots up here. Also, I believe it's on the other side, but there's also supposed to be another VIN in this area underneath the fender. And in order to find this car in the Shelby registry, we need that other number. Now, that looks like the number, and they might not have stamped it under there. They might have done another one. Maybe the one that's under this was the original Ford VIN, and the one that's stamped here is the Shelby VIN, but we need that Ford VIN. Because Shelby would take these cars, still today, they take the stock Mustangs and they take them to Shelby and then they change them there. But, you know, Shelby was most definitely in the building for this build, I imagine. And so we're gonna keep on plugging along. It's just scary taking some of this stuff apart when, you know, we're trying not to get in any further. I don't want to change anything. I'm not trying to paint anything. I'm not trying to do all this stuff. I'm just trying to get the rust fixed, painting a very small area where that is repaired and moving along. You know, we're not looking to, you know, strip all this down and repaint it. You know, we're looking to just do the spots that we're doing. I'm gonna take one of our bolts because I don't trust nothing, and I'm gonna put it in this Evapo Rust heavy duty rust remover, no scrubbing, reusable, easy soap. So we're gonna put one of these in there, leave it overnight and see what it does. We'll try the one bolt there and we'll see how we do. If it doesn't eat it up too bad and looks pretty good, we'll do the rest of them. This is one of those deals. I like to sandblast them and paint them, but if these bolts were painted, it would look a little odd amongst the rust and dirt of the rest of the vehicle. We got some paint delivered from Ideal. Same stuff, new look, I think. But we have some green vert, whatever in the heck that means. Thinking we'll finish off this stuff in the green vert because he doesn't want me to paint it. I made a piece of metal and I even broke it in the middle, so it kind of like made a little house over the VIN tag, and then I taped over it because a little spark will melt right through that. We need to be welding here. I might even stick some more stuff over it. I don't know. Trying to protect that as best I can. Straighten out a few things here. You know, a couple little dents in the edge here, and this was a little dented, and they get bowed from being how they're torqued. But we got to our spots here that we need to fix. and someone put a bunch of butyl tape, like a fender welt, on there, and so I'm scraping that off because it's not supposed to be there. Same thing on the fender, just kind of straightened up the edges a little bit. Little things we found to tweak. Got a crack here we need to take care of. And then I ordered an inner piece here, but I don't think it's correct. I don't know, I'll have to look at it again. Oh, there's part of our original emblem. Looks like the studs broke off in there. But I should be able to make that. It has this pooched part that holds the bolt, but besides that it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, you can still see I've been scraping this stuff off. It's some sort of butyl. Butyl's like a supposed to be, and that's kind of getting hard, but kind of a non-hardening seal. They use it on window gaskets that use the rope seal on, and it's just kind of a nice little sealant stuff. It works good for a lot of stuff, but it's not supposed to be there. It doesn't appear to be on the passenger side fender. It just looks like someone took it off the driver's side fender and decided that's what should happen there. Not sure how much I should clean that up. We're trying to leave what shows all looking uniform since we're not doing a bunch of resto on it. And then our bolt, I kind of cleaned it up and dumped it back in there. Just the grease, you know, it doesn't take off grease, it takes off rust. You're supposed to immediately wash it. Let's compare it to our other one. You can maybe see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little, it appears to be a D in there. I don't know if this bolt is correct, but that's our difference. So I think we'll do that to the others. Seems to be a good idea. So we'll do these guys, these guys, these guys, and one. So kind of keep track of what we got going on here. These ones are bolts that go in here, and then these guys go down here. And so we'll kind of see how they look after being in there before we do our fender bolts.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job,